Hi, my name's Rachel. I'm your Whidbey Island realtor. I actually spent the first 22 years of my life in Iowa, born and raised right in Des Moines. The Navy brought me out to the Pacific Northwest over a decade ago, and I've been here ever since. But let me tell you, moving from the Midwest to an island in Washington state was definitely an adjustment. The culture, the weather, even the pace of life, it's all so different from what I was used to back in Iowa. Some things I absolutely fell in love with right away, and others, well, those are the regrets I want to share with you today. So let's kick it off with the very first one. Number one, cost of living. Minimum wage in Iowa is still $7.25 an hour. Washington, as of January 1st, 2025, is $16.66 an hour. Cost of gas is higher, groceries exponentially higher, buying a home over double the price of buying in the Midwest. Washington is one of the most expensive states in the US, so there is a huge culture shock on your pocketbook if you're moving directly from the Midwest. Number two, the amount of time it takes to drive to the next state. Living in Iowa, 2 to 3 hours spent on the road was an entire road trip. It took that much time to drive from Des Moines to the next state. In Washington, 2 to 3 hours is a normal trip from Whidbey down to the SeaTac airport. Des Moines was very centrally located, so 3 hours in either direction could take me to the Omaha Zoo, Kansas City, Illinois, or up to Minnesota. The cool thing about Washington is that you get the best of all worlds. You can drive a few hours to experience city life, mountain life, beach life, or even a taste of desert life. Number three, outdoor pools. One of the very first things I missed when I moved to Washington was outdoor water parks and pools. They are extremely abundant in Des Moines, and I spent much of my childhood at the outdoor pool. There are a handful of pools and water parks throughout the state, but not even close to what Des Moines, Iowa has. Number four, weather. Okay, not so much winter weather, but the summers. If you're a hot weather girl like me, while the humidity can be a bit much at times, I absolutely thrive in 80 to 90 degree weather, and Iowa summers are a vibe. Weather here on Whidbey typically remains in the 60s to 70s year round, and instead of snow, we get the rainy season, although I will take rain over snow any day. Washington summers are absolutely gorgeous, but you won't get that same level of heat out here on the coast that you'll get in the Midwest. Number five, civilization. I never considered myself to be a small town kind of person, and while small towns in Iowa do not match the energy of small towns in Washington, moving from suburban Des Moines to rural Washington was a bit of an adjustment. I went from being able to drive 5 minutes to the nearest mall to over an hour. So those are just a few of my honest regrets about moving from Iowa to Whidbey Island, Washington. Don't get me wrong, there are so many amazing things about living here, but if you're thinking about making the move, it's important to know both the good and not so good. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button so more people can see it, and don't forget to subscribe to Live Whidbey for real estate tips, lifestyle content, and my personal take on what it's really like living here in the Pacific Northwest. And if you're seriously considering relocating to Whidbey Island, my info is below. I'd love to be your go-to resource for making the transition smooth and stress-free.